In a digital age, why are films still being shot in black and white? Since the 1960s, Hollywood have been putting out pictures almost exclusively in colour. But in the 5 decades since, a small percentage of black and white films have still been made, and are still being made today. Recent examples include Frances Ha, Nebraska, Much Ado About Nothing, and 2011's Best Picture winner, The Artist. Frances Ha is significant for being shot in colour and then made into black and white in post-production, the reasons for which I want to talk about later. Back before digital photography, and after the 1950s, black and white was significantly used because of the budget constraints. Certain sequences in Lindsay Anderson's 1968 film If inexplicably jump from colour to black and white. Many artistic interpretations arise from this, but it is confirmed by the star of the film, Malcolm McDowell, that the scenes in the chapel were shot in black and white because it was easier to light. It's also likely that the sequences in black and white in the rest of the film were shot because of budget constraints, because of the extra complexity of colour film. Filmmakers in the past have used black and white film to save money. Another example of this would be Kevin Smith's Clerks from 1994, which was part of the New American Independent movement that started in the 1980s, which made directors work with a shoestring budget. Other directors from the movement include Jim Jarmusch and Darren Aronofsky. Despite black and white often being used as a compromise, there were some directors using black and white out of choice. In all of Andrei Tarkovsky's films after Ivan's childhood, he uses a mixture of black and white and colour. The notable thing about Tarkovsky is that his films are all extremely memorable, and he uses different forms of film to achieve that. His films always look stunning. The director Béla Tarr also uses black and white film, not out of necessity, but out of choice, stating that he uses it to create style. More recently, filmmakers have cited style as a reason to use black and white. Frances Ha uses black and white nostalgically. There are lots of references in the film to French New Wave films, significantly Francois Truffaut's early output, as well as a reference to the Woody Allen film Manhattan, where Frances Ha is set. 2011's The Artist is nostalgically black and white also, and is a silent film, with the intention of mimicking the silent style of 1920s Hollywood. The final recent examples, Much Ado About Nothing and Nebraska, both more mood-orientated, with the director of Nebraska stating that black and white felt more in keeping with the tone of the film than colour. Mostly all films shot in black and white nowadays are intentionally so to either invoke a time or place, a tone, or a reference to the history of cinema. With the rising popularity of digital filmmaking, the use of black and white will more than not become stylistic, and I am excited to see if filmmakers will experiment more with it.